transformation.
Welcome to Chief Speaks.
All music performed and produced by Yuya.
Enlightenment and transformation. Enlightenment comes from allowing yourself to journey through the dark shadows of death, the primordial abyss of wisdom's waters. For it is the treasures and mysteries that lie wait in the dark that transform us and propel us to a new enlightened state. One should neither aspire to live in the light nor the dark, but should journey between the two in order to evolve the overall reality into a self-actualized creation. Knowledge is your light as wisdom is your darkness. The bold interplay of the two in your life leads you to an enlightened understanding of yourself and the universe you've created. Male is your enlightenment. Female is your transformation. Child is your evolution. Woman, accept the light into your darkness so it may enlighten you. Man, bring your light boldly into the darkness so that it may transform you. Enlightenment and transformation.
I love you so much because you just don't know what you've just done for me. Thank you so much.
Wow. This is like the best call I've had in ages on BTR.
So this show was meant for me to be able to hear today, and I'm so thankful.
That's his home.
Therefore, now a new pathway has now been cut in order to get to the Almighty, where there may not have been one. So the communication with them, if they have enough power and strength to talk to us, the communication will be very good.
That's one of the reasons I don't get into the encouragement thing too much, because it starts to become a perpetual alarm clock that we just keep hitting snooze on. I speak to the ascended masters, quote unquote. I talk about spiritual stuff, but I also speak about some very practical, we can do today things.
Be as natural as you can be with your spiritual. You can't always go by your feelings, because your feelings are corrupted. Your feelings are just as corrupted as everything else, your chakras and everything else. You got to know what's beyond you, and that's why we have elders. We can't do everything. You can't get everything out of books or a weekend certification. You can have the most powerful, ancient, oldest, most, as far as you know, truthful tradition in your hands, and if you still have a dirty spirit, you're not going to get anything out of it. You're not going to learn anything. You're not actually going to grow. I try to teach in a way where I make myself obsolete. That's always been my goal, to make myself obsolete.
I really wanted to, kind of big you up. I think you're awesome.
There's a lot of elders out here right now that want to know what's going on. They're not getting on Twitter and stuff like that, but they want to be up on the new stuff. Sit down and have some conversations with them. It's not always about hearing their story. It's also about being news reporters for them and letting them know, like, yeah, this is what's happening right now. They may tell you something about what happened in Charleston that you couldn't even. Your spirituality has to create same spiritual family. Okay, and that family exists first inside of you. You have to express the different expressions of that rainbow coalition of spirits inside of you first. Okay, don't let communities hijack that rainbow. See, the problem is when we come into the conscious community, the dudes are doing the same thing that the women are doing.
I just want to say that I really enjoy your show every Sunday, and my friend and I call it going to church. When we call in, we'll be like, you going to church? And I'm like, where have y'all been at?
God cannot go against its own truth. So anytime you have an inkling that God is going against its own truth, then God is no longer behaving as God. So therefore, the spiritual community doesn't recognize God. You dig where I'm coming from? Or can we have a new thought? Can we step outside of the books for a second and have a new conversation about hair weaves and wigs? Can we have a new conversation about homosexuality? Can we have a new conversation about vegan eating? It's a good day for exorcism.
Hey, peace everyone. Good dawning to you all. You are listening to Chief Speaks on Enlightenment and Transformation. And this is Chief Yuya speaking, head Jegna of the Anu Nation and head instructor of the Sadula House Spiritual Center. And of course, as always, I want to welcome you all into this experience. First-time listeners, archive listeners, chat room followers, Blog Talk Radio listeners, however you've gotten in, coming in, and are going to be here. Welcome to you, of course. So yeah, we are rounding out our discussions on the spring 2017 solstice, and of course, as with many significant events that happen in our outerverse, there are significant events that happen in our innerverse. Uh, some of you may be aware that the great Chuck Berry transitioned yesterday. Um, Yeah, and I promised myself I wasn't going to speak too much on it. As you know, I do tend to avoid the current events, and in all honesty, because Chuck Berry is he's one of my heroes, right up there with Rick James and Jimi Hendrix and so many others. I could actually do a 10-hour segment on Chuck Berry. That's how that's how much Chuck Berry has been a school of study, all unto himself for me. So yeah, he has transitioned, and he's decided to abandon his body so that his soul can be present with his friends in the Agun. He was 90, so when you make it to 90, most of the people who you enjoy are no longer walking the planet. I mean, his oldest child is 66. So just imagine, put it in perspective. He had 4 children. He was married for 68 years. Put that in perspective. Again, I won't go because I know all about Chuck Berry, man. This would be a 10-hour show on Chuck Berry, but yeah, I knew something happened. I felt something hit me like a lead pipe yesterday. I knew something was a force had kind of shifted, and that's of course the significance of the solstice, what we've been speaking about, and of course what we're going to speak about some more in this segment. What I'm going to do is give you all the call-in number real quick for anyone who wants to call in, and then we're gonna kind of get into it. The call-in number is 515 6.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Okay, everyone. I'm not sure what happened there. My call dropped on Block Talks in for a moment. So here we go. It starts. Let's see how this. Let's see how they do us. All right, if this is going to be a continual thing or not. Uh, I'm in a space today that Blog Talk is acting dumb today. Then we're just gonna we'll break early. All right. I'm not gonna fight the machine today. All right. Today is a different kind of day. But yeah. So I think I gave the call-in number. Did I? Or did I cut off? Let me give it again. I don't remember. 515-605-9862. If you want to speak, just hit the letter. Just hit the number 1. Excuse me. So yeah, we've been building on this whole solstice vibration, and as many of you know, the solstice is the 20th, which is tomorrow. At least the astrological or the astronomical solstice, we'll put it that way. And I'm going to get into some of that, but I'm going to kind of, we've been hitting different approaches and different angles on it, and in this session, I'm going to hit the angle. We're going to be dealing more with the Wheel of Life and how that relates to the equinox, not the solstice, excuse me, the equinox. Let me take some of these calls first. I don't know if these is people who are telling me that my phone is off or what, so let's find out. 813, you're on Chief Speaks.
Greetings, Chief Icaro.
Peace,
Hey,
Icaro.
I'm glad to hear your voice today, brother. But I'm not sure if you have started the YouTube video. It says this live event will begin in a few minutes still. So I don't know if it's my phone or if it's already started on your half.
Oh
So
no, you know what?
just
That
wanted to
is.
put that out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, something is going on because something did look funny on the back end. So yeah, that lets me know. So thank you so much. All right, so I'll fix that. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, nice to hear you, Chief, man. You guys have a good day. You have a good day. I'm listening.
You as well. Give thanks. Give thanks. Okay, let me take this next one. And while I'm doing this, actually, the next one, could you just hold on one moment? I am going to set up the YouTube situation real quick. In the time it'll take me to do a SU invocation. Peace. Okay, so I am aware that thank you, Brother Anwar, for letting us know that there is a problem with the live stream on YouTube, and I'm not sure if there's still a problem with the live stream. I'm checking over here, and it does look like it's still saying it's going to start soon. Today is the 17th, because you know, guys, I'm bad with dates, and it's saying that it's going to start soon at 10:54. Which is already past its time at this point. So I'll ask this in the chat room. Maybe it's just on my end. If anyone can or cannot see the stream, please just let me know. Put a note in any YouTube chat room. Matter of fact, let me ask, because you may not be able to hear me. Can you see or hear a stream right now? Just give me please. Just be patient for a moment. I actually don't want to start teaching too heavy until I get everything in place, because then the people who are listening over there cannot hear or see it. That's a question mark? I'm asking. I'm asking, Nicole. I'm asking, is there any video? Okay. You know what? Let me do this. Well, because I don't want to delay us too much. I'm going to create another live stream. Maybe that will. No, it is not. It is still not playing. Okay. Be patient. Just give me a second, y'all. I am going to create another. I don't know what happened. Who knows? You know, solstice stuff, right? Equinox. All right, just give me 1 second here. And you know I'm gonna have to hit you all with some music while I'm moving around, so you're not listening to me type. All right. So let's see. It's a good one.